The border doesn't necessarily pass between countries and continents, it often passes between neighborhoods. You can live in one neighborhood and have one future, and like 500 yards away, there is a completely different world with a completely different future. But even for the winners, there is a danger of a kind of, again, winner takes all situation when there are fewer and fewer winners. When, for instance, a few corporations not only dominate their industry, but dominate all the industries. Like you used to think that there are companies that specialize, I don't know, in computers, and there is a completely different industry which deals with cars, and another industry with textiles. So if somebody kind of becomes the big chief of cars, the textile industry is safe. But this is no longer the case. Information becomes the key for all the industries. Even for the textile industry, the most important thing now is not the textile, it's not the machines making the shirt, it's not the workers of the machines, it's the information about the customers, about what they want, what they like, the next coming fashion, and so forth. So if you are at the head of the information economy of the world, you're also able to push all the competitors out of the textile industry. So you have this kind of concentration, which we have not seen before. And also, returning to the still geographical or national level, we might see a re-emergence of a new kind of imperialism or colonialism. As we saw in the 19th century and earlier, with new kinds of data colonies and data empires, that, you know, the relationship between imperial hub and provinces in previous eras was that the provinces supply raw material and the imperial hub supplies the sophisticated technology. So Brazil provides rubber, but Detroit make the cars. Now, information and AI and data are the key. And we see an emergence of kind of data colonialism, where data is flowing from all over the world to just a very few places which produce the key technologies and send it back. And you know, if you look at the big tech companies of the world, they all come now from just two places. It's either the USA or China.
So there's in the United States, there's a famous movie called The Graduate from the 1960s with Dustin Hoffman. There's a very famous scene where this young college, you know, Dustin Hoffman is about to graduate from UC Berkeley, and he's at his parents' party in, you know, wealthy suburban something or other. And this, you know, business guy takes him under his wing and says, "I'm going to say just one word to you. One word. Are you listening? One word. Plastics. Plastics." You know, that's the industry to go into in 1969. Plastics. And, you know, it's funny, but that's the kind of advice that was very valuable back then. And then later on, you might have said, you know, computers. Or banking or something. But what you've just said suggests that maybe there is no such word anymore. It's not industry per se, it's something else. So if you were to take a young this person about to graduate from college or about to get an MBA from the Judge School, put him under your arm and say, "I'm going to say one word to you, one word, listen closely." What's the word?
Flexibility, I guess. I mean, I have no idea what the job market would look like in 2040 or 2050, what would be not only the main industries, but really the main skills. Yes, maybe the big tech companies will control everything, but they won't need coders anymore because AI can code. What they really need is philosophers.